guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's foundation review. So in today's video, we're going to be testing, wearing and reviewing the new Revlon ColorStay Light Cover. I am really excited to see how this formula performs on my skin. You guys probably remember that the original ColorStay foundation from Revlon is one of my holy grails. Like once that is on the skin, it does not go anywhere. And for somebody with oily skin like mine, that is just a godsend because a lot of the time foundation just melts right off my face. So this particular version of ColorStay is meant to still deliver that same really long lasting finish, the same smoothing, perfecting finish on the skin, but be more of like a light to medium coverage, so a lot more lightweight on the skin. And not only that, it also has SPF in it, and it's also meant to deliver hydration to your skin all day long, and apparently 56% more than what your skin already has. So it's a pretty big claim. Now, you'll remember that Revlon did come out with another version of the ColorStay. So this is the original ColorStay that I just love and swear by. And then I think maybe it was last year, they came out with the ColorStay full cover. Now, you know, I love the original formula, but I was not a fan of the full cover version. I don't know, I just found that it was like cakey and I felt like it showed texture on my skin and stuff. So now, in the lineup, we have the light cover. So yeah, we're going to be testing this out today. I'm going to show you it on my skin really nice and up close. Going to be wearing it for 12 hours because it does promise up to 12-hour wear. Showing you how it lasts, showing you how it wears, and fingers crossed, I love it just as much as the original. So if you are interested in seeing an in-depth review on the Revlon ColorStay Light Cover Foundation, then please keep on watching. I was so excited to jump into this video today that I haven't even dried my hair. I've got wet hair at the minute. I want to get this on my skin so that I can wear it for as long as possible. I popped into Priceline this morning and everything was 50% off, and I saw that this was a new release, so I grabbed it. Now, I've got a little bit of information about the formula. I'm just on the Revlon website here. So, lightweight, long-lasting fluid foundation with 12-hour wear, infused with concentrated pomegranate for smooth, brighter skin. It's an SPF level of 35, it says here, but in Australia, it's only SPF 30. It boosts skin's hydration levels by 56%. And it's free from parabens, phthalates, fragrance, mineral oils. Now, it says it's in 12 adaptable shades. All I can see is the swatches. It was like sold out in my local store, so it was really difficult for me to tell. All of the shades in Australia looked really fair. So I'm going to say overall the shade range is pretty crappy. Revlon, we need to see deeper shades in your foundations, all of your foundations. Deeper, darker shades, please. Packaging wise, I quite like. It's a very lightweight little bottle. Got a little plastic cap. Ooh, okay. So it's kind of very similar to MAC face and body packaging. I quite like packaging like this. It's easy to use, it's easy to travel with, and you know, it's clean and it's neat, and yeah, definitely way prefer this over the original ColorStay formula. It was a glass bottle and you had to pour the foundation out. They've since reinvigorated it and they've got like a little pump on it now, but I quite like this packaging. So let's get this on my skin. I've got skincare on already. I've also primed my skin already and she's looking good. I'm going to put a little bit on the back of my hand. Ooh, so it's quite a runny formula as you can see here. Like based on looking at that on the skin, it looks very similar to MAC face and body. Picking it up on one of our Pro Perfecting sponges. These sponges are from my brand Gerard Cosmetics. I'm going to start blending it into the skin. Ooh, it's actually got quite a strong fragrance, this one, which is interesting. Oh, shade-wise, I grabbed 330 Natural Tan as well. Doesn't look like too bad of a match as far as the shade goes. I have been on such like a foundation testing thing lately. Like I feel like I've tested a new foundation like every week for like the last maybe like 5 weeks. I'm loving it and we have found some absolute bangers. I did put a video up, I think it was last week, my top 5 like new foundations that I've tested lately. Make sure you check that one out if you haven't seen the individual reviews so that you can see kind of like the best of the best. I have to say, you guys, as a first impression, This looks oh my God, it looks beautiful on my skin. It's definitely very, very perfecting, very smoothing, but it feels incredibly lightweight. The coverage is there. It's definitely like a light to medium coverage, but I am finding it to be quite buildable. And I do have like a couple of areas of redness and breakouts on my skin at the minute. And it's honestly like, it's cancelling the redness really well and it's covering them up really well. So far, this is looking really nice. Get it up here on my forehead. It's blending out pretty well with a sponge. I feel like this one you could probably do brush or sponge. I'm just going to use a sponge today because my foundation brushes are all dirty. Oh my gosh, you guys, look how pretty it is on the skin. It's got a very similar, like the way that it blends, the way that it looks, the appearance sitting on the skin. It reminds me a lot of the Fenty Ease Drop that was launched. I think that one came out like maybe last month, but obviously this is a drugstore version. Just really perfecting, really smoothing, that sort of natural satin finish that still makes your skin look like skin, but it covers all your imperfections. I'm kind of obsessed with this. Now, it hasn't dried down to a completely matte finish. Kind of still feels a little bit tacky, but not heavy at all. Like it feels really, really lightweight. Feels like I've applied a tinted moisturizer really. And I've been so into natural foundations lately. I really like products that I can't feel on my skin, that still make my skin look like skin, that aren't cakey, that aren't heavy, that aren't uncomfortable to wear all day, but then I still want it to really, really last. I still want it to be transfer proof and sweat proof and oil proof and still smooth the skin. Wow. Okay, I sound really high maintenance. This honestly looks beautiful. So this is just one very, very light layer. I'm going to zoom you guys in. Look how pretty this looks. So like I said, super lightweight. Can barely feel it on the skin. Oh, it started to dry down a little bit more actually now. You know, really smoothing. I feel like it's really smoothed out any texture that I've got. So enlarged pores, acne scarring, it's sort of smoothed over the top of that, and it's not settling in my smile lines, in my, you know, fine lines, in my wrinkles, and not settling in my pores either. Natural sort of satin finish on the skin. Like it's not so matte that my face looks flat, but it's also not so dewy that I look like I need to powder. Overall, I'm really, really happy with how it is looking. So close up, here's my forehead, this side of my skin, my chin, my nose. Just beautiful, honestly. Like, this is looking a lot nicer on the skin than I honestly expected to. Like after my experience with the ColorStay full cover, like I really didn't like this. This is a breath of fresh air, and it honestly feels like I've applied the Fenty one. So this might be a really, really good dupe for that Fenty one. If I love this formula, maybe we can do a side by side, but yeah, looking amazing. So I'm going to quickly finish off my makeup off camera, and then I'll come back and we'll have a final look at this before starting the wear test. Oh my God, it looks so nice. All right, so the rest of my makeup is on, and my skin, I honestly am so happy with how it is looking. So I did put a little bit of concealer just underneath my eyes. I haven't bothered concealing anywhere else. Like even though this is a light coverage, like light to medium buildable kind of coverage formula, I still find that it cancels out redness and darkness really, really well. So yeah, just a little bit of concealer underneath my eyes. I powdered everything down, and then, you know, obviously bronzer, blush, highlighter. The rest of my makeup is on. It looks so smooth. It feels so smooth. It feels so lightweight on the skin still. Like I honestly think, based on first impressions and initial application, that this is going to be an amazing dupe for the Fenty Ease Drop. And that's like sold out everywhere. And I love the formula of that one. It's very similar to this, like very lightweight, blends out so quickly and easily on the skin, blurs everything, but that one does last all day. So whether or not this one lasts all day is really going to be the test. But here is my skin close up. It just looks so smooth. It looks so natural. It looks so like blurred and flawless. There's no settling, there's no caking, there's no creasing. I am so happy with how this is looking. Already a lot more impressed than I was with the full cover formula. Yeah, fingers crossed, like if this stays looking this pretty, you guys, We're going to have a new drugstore favorite on our hands here. So what I'm going to do now is basically start our wear test. So I'll do a 6-hour check-in in the middle of the day, and then I will do a final check-in later on tonight when I'm ready to take off my makeup. So it'll be about 12 or 13 hours in total that it will have been on my skin. So yeah. So far, really, really happy. Let me know in the comments what you think this is looking like on my skin. Like if you could like reach through and like touch it through the camera, honestly, it just feels so beautiful and smooth. But yes, I will see you guys in about 6 hours. Fingers crossed, everything is still looking this nice. All right, guys, so it's officially been 6 hours since I applied this foundation. My skin hardly looks any different. If anything, I feel like it looks better now than it did when I originally applied it, and I was already so happy with how it was looking when I originally applied it. Like, I am shook. So firstly, we've got no caking, we've got no settling, we've got no separation. There's no buildup of texture anywhere. It hasn't settled into any of my smile lines or any of my like frown lines on my forehead. It is looking ridiculously smooth, ridiculously airbrushed. Like I feel like it looks like I have some kind of Photoshop filter on my face. Like that's what I'm seeing going on in the mirror in front of me here. I have had a little oil come through during the day, so I do have a little bit of shine. But even though that's happened, it hasn't transferred, it hasn't settled, it hasn't moved on the skin. It hasn't faded or worn off anywhere, and it still feels so incredibly lightweight. I still don't want to get my hopes up too high because I have been disappointed before. But you guys, if you only wanted to wear this foundation for 6 hours, you totally can. It looks freaking phenomenal on my skin. Just so like smooth and perfect, but I can't even tell that I'm wearing a foundation. Like it's so lightweight on the skin. Let's zoom in and have a little close-up look. Oh, it's looking so good. So here is my skin close up. As you can see here on my chin, there is no settling, there is no transfer. There's no texture really at all. Like it's all sitting really, really smoothly on the skin. I feel like it's still minimizing the texture. So majority of my texture that I have on my skin and the majority of my enlarged pores are like on these portions of my cheeks. I just feel like it's really smoothed them out. Hasn't settled in those pores or anything. Like it looks honestly perfect. No transferring off my nose. Like I said, we've got a little bit of shine coming through, but like, can I also say I'm just not looking oily at all? Like it's really, really holding up. It's really, really staying looking beautiful. And my cheeks look really amazing. I am wearing a mattifying primer, which obviously helps keep things really, really matte, but just the smoothness and the perfectness of this on the skin is next level. Here is my forehead. So I do have like a little frown line here and then another little one here. So even though, you know, I've been talking and expressing myself, there's actually no settling of the product in there. There's no texture anywhere. For 6 hours of wear, you guys. 6 hours of wear. I just, like, there are no words. This foundation is looking amazing. And like I said, like it's so lightweight on the skin. Like I really just feel like I'm wearing maybe a tinted moisturizer, maybe even just a moisturizer. Like other than the fact that I know my makeup's there and I know that, you know, not to like rub my face or rub my eyes or anything. Other than that, can't tell that I'm wearing it. Like my skin, it just feels really light and fresh. So, fingers crossed that when we come back in another 6 hours, things are looking still this perfect. Please cross your fingers for me, because if it doesn't, I'm going to be really sad. I mean, I'm already going to be really happy because for if you wanted to wear it for 6 hours, even 8 hours, I'm pretty confident in saying that you are good to go. But can we get like really awesome extended wear out of this? We shall see. So I will see you guys later on tonight. All right, guys. So I am here with my final check-in for this foundation today. I am so dang happy with the results that I am seeing here. So we've got still very, very minimal oil has come through. Everything for the most part is still looking really, really nice and smooth. Like I would say that, you know, overall, this foundation has held up really, really well in terms of caking. We do have the tiniest little bit of separation. Like if I really stretch the skin just on the sides of my mouth here, and a tiny little bit on the chin. but everywhere else honestly still looks so smooth, so flawless, so kind of like airbrushed. My pores still look really, really smooth. Like, it has not settled in my pores at all. I have lost a tiny little bit of product just from the end of my nose here, and I would say that that is due to the fact that my oils have come through, kind of broken the foundation a little bit. I've bumped my nose, and it's kind of transferred off. But like on the other areas of my skin where I touch my face, you know, it really has not transferred off at all. I am shocked, honestly, at how matte this has stayed. I was expecting, like, especially for a product that claims to hydrate the skin by like 56%, I would have thought I would have been a hot, oily mess. There's hardly any shine at all. Most of the shine that's happened here is through the T-zone. Everywhere else is pretty much looking entirely matte. I honestly cannot believe this. So let's zoom in so that you can see closer. Now, hopefully the camera picks it up, and it is very, very minimal. So sort of like barely there, but there's a tiny bit of separation just on the top of my lip. You know, if I really, really pull the skin, there's a little bit of caking just underneath this nostril here. There's not really as much. Oh yeah, a tiny little bit of separation there. So it's really only focused just around my mouth area, and that's obviously from talking, laughing, eating, all my favorite thing. Everywhere else is looking beautifully smooth. So here are my cheeks, my chin, my cheek on the other side, and my forehead. Like, it just looks so fresh and so smooth, and it's just a really, really beautiful, easy formula. I'm gonna say definitely if you love the Fenty Ease Drop Foundation, you're going to adore this. I do think that it is a very, very close dupe, and I would be really interested to apply, you know, half on one side of my face and the other on the other side, and just really compare how the two formulas look side by side. But from the wear test today, this reminds me of that formula so much. So lightweight, so easy to blend, so fresh and flawless looking, really smoothing on the skin, hydrating, and just feels barely there. Provides a lot of coverage for a light cover foundation, but not in a way that's cakey like you saw. Just a really beautiful, natural, everyday formula. This gets a thumbs up from me. I will absolutely be continuing to use this, and I will continue to test it with different, you know, primers and in different conditions and stuff. But as a first impression, I am really, really impressed with this one. So I'd love to know your thoughts down in the comments. Have you tried this foundation? What was your experience with it? Did it look good on your skin? And also, what is your skin type? I have a feeling that if you've got a particularly dry skin type, this formula might not work for you, but I am curious to hear how you guys have gone and, you know, how it reacted on your skin. Let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments. I hope that today's video was helpful. Have you heard of this foundation? Have you been interested in trying it? Yeah, let me know all of that down below. Give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. I love you guys heaps. Have an amazing day, and I will catch you all in my next video.